product, yeah. Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SOS.
Of what use is money spent on substandard products that one derives no value from? It's the question every right-thinking consumer in the country have been asking lately, given the prevalence of substandard products in Nigeria. Our focus this week is on products made from organic polymer that have become viable alternatives in our homes. We have plastic chairs, tables, plates, cups, spoons, and the list is endless. Are you aware that some of these vital household products are no longer of quality and as strong as they used to be? The plastic tables and chairs, as well as buckets that we have in our markets now, are substandard. Standard and You sought reasons for this unfair practice by some producers and importers of these products. Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim, was in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, sometime last week. We have highlights of his engagements with some stakeholders and staff of the agency in that part of the country. Hello and nice to have you join us on Standard and You this week. It's your guide to product quality and safety. My name is Halimot Osifo. I'll be back shortly.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
These are substandard products. They are dangerous to human lives and have negative effects on the nation's economy. We work round the clock in search of these products, and wherever we find them, we destroy them. We are committed to the war against substandard and fake products. We are the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Join us on Standard and You, your guide to product quality and safety.
We will continue to provide technical support to manufacturers of goods and make them competitive. Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim, pledges. He made this pledge when he visited 4 manufacturing companies in Rivers State. In his interactions with the chief executives of Notor Nigeria PLC, Indorama Nigeria PLC, Bua Group, and Dufil Nigeria Limited as their various factories, Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim, stressed that the influx of substandard products into the country has a negative impact on Nigeria's industrial sector and the nation at large. This has led to forced closure of local companies who are exposed to unfavorable competition. The closure of these factories, he noted, has brought untold hardship to the youths, some of who have taken to all forms of criminal activities.
A lot of people don't see where standards can be extrapolated to the level where it's related to the current situation in the country. But we in Standard Organization of Nigeria, we understand that. We know you have a lot of competition from substandard goods, both in the country and coming from outside. And you have to worry about your infrastructure. You have to worry about the local contents and the local communities. You have to take care of them. You have to pay taxes, threefold, local government, state government, and federal government. And you still have to pay your staff, and you still have to pay taxes. So basically, a manufacturing outfit in a community is a lifeline of that community. And then if you move it further, that's a lifeline of the state and the lifeline of the country. So we will never, you can never overemphasize the importance of working with the industry.
To engage most of these idle youths economically and grow the nation's economy, Malam Salim stated that it's important to support local manufacturers and reiterated SON's commitment towards the promotion of made-in-Nigeria goods. He said SON is well equipped with adequate testing laboratories to ensure products conform to standards.
It's not going to be an impediment. We are here to make sure things you're doing, your workers are protected, your engines are used efficiently, your machines. With our calibration from our metrology part of the organization, we come here with our mobile calibration trucks, calibrate your machines, so you don't waste your ingredients, you don't waste your products, and you don't waste products giving it out as a final product. Neither will the customers get changed. If something says 50 kilograms, we expect it to be 50 kilograms, and our responsibility is to provide that service, take care of your weight bridges and all that stuff. The organization does that. The training, the ISO trainings, we have well-accredited training program. We have accreditations from both United States, India, other countries in the world. And the organization is blessed in such a way that by law, we're given all these all-round activities. If somebody is faking your products, you alert our state office. We have the enforcement section, the inspectorate, enforcement division. We have the investigation unit we call the SIM, which basically main purpose is to figure out who is importing the bad product or who is producing it and who is faking it. Then we take those people to court, and we have the power to seize those products before we get judgment. So we are here to protect. We are not just an inspection man-cap producing facility. We are here to holistically
protect everybody's business.
Work with you and make sure that you as an industry, you're doing very well.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
Our country right now is threatened by substandard goods, resulting into industries not surviving in this country. We cannot continue to have individuals physically destroying our economy. That's economic sabotage, and we are not going to tolerate that.
Join us on Standard and You, your guide to product quality and safety.
Welcome back. For quite some time now, most consumers in the country have had to contend with poor quality plastic, such as chairs and tables, spoons and buckets. The prevalence of these bad products is fast generating serious concerns amongst consumers and the local authority in charge of regulating the production and distribution of plastic products in Nigeria. My colleague Ifeyinwa Okonkwo, who's been monitoring developments in this regard, compiled this report for Standard and You.
There is hardly a home in Nigeria where you won't find plastic buckets used for bathing or washing, plastic chairs and tables for relaxing or eating, plastic cups, spoons and plates. Plastic products are all over our homes and are used for different purposes, which makes them a must-have in every home. Investigations by Standard and You reveal that most of the plastic products in the market, especially chairs, tables and buckets, have become very light, of low quality and no longer durable as they used to be in time past, as attested to by some consumers. By standard, anyone weighing 90 kg or below should sit comfortably on this chair without the plastic bending or breaking. I am a little above 80 kg and can't sit comfortably on this chair because it is substandard. Most of the plastic chairs in the market today are substandard, as attested to by some Nigerians.
What I see these days is terrible. The standard of the chairs are very, very poor. Unlike before now, when you buy one now, or you buy like 20, within 1 week, 2 weeks, it will all get scattered and broken. Just like that. You can't sit on it and be comfortable.
Most of them I don't buy them because I think I've come to know the ones that are substandard. They are much in the market. So if there's anything to be done so that these things can reduce, it will be wonderful.
I think I bought a bucket 2 months ago, and immediately I just fetched the water to my bathroom. Before you know it, just cut into two, and I was surprised at what happened. So I went to go and meet the woman about that. What's the problem? He said that's how she bought it, so I couldn't do anything.
It doesn't last so too long.
They stay for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you start seeing crack on it.
Plastic chairs, tables, cups, and buckets come in different shape and sizes and are quite affordable, durable, and easy to use. For instance, this plastic chair by standard should carry a weight of 185 kg for as long as 6 hours and not bend or break. The standard also prescribes that the plastic chairs and tables must undergo a drop test to withstand a forceful impact of a 120 kg weight without breaking.
The chair will be dropped from a height of 10 feet 10 times. And then it will be checked for any breakage or chipping of the legs.
Once the raw material recipe is compromised, it will not give the desired quality required from a chair. The quality that is required from a chair is different from the quality which is required from a cooler, which is required from a bucket. A chair has to withstand load. A chair has to withstand impact. So these are the two qualities which cannot be compromised. Even when we produce a bucket, it uses the same kind of raw material, which is PP homopolymer and PP copolymer, but the MFI is different. So if I use by mistake or by any chance, if I use a MFI material which is not suitable for manufacturing chair, then the chair will not give the desired properties. These are definitely technical features which needs to be carefully monitored.
All of these tests are to ascertain the quality of plastic chairs and tables before they are introduced to the market.
Some of the companies, they are trying to cut corners. The virgin material is more expensive than when you use 100%. So what they do is that they mix percentage of their regrind to the virgin raw materials. Plastic chairs supposed to be produced from virgin materials, 100% virgin materials. That is where you can get full quality plastic chairs.
Most consumers who expressed deep concern about the development have lost confidence on some of the brands in the market. They say they no longer get value for their money spent on purchasing some plastic products. It's a tough experience for most consumers who more often than not replace their damaged plastic chairs, tables, buckets, considering the prevailing economic situation in the country.
Because when you buy a disposable plastic that is good, people will use it and keep it for another use. But when you buy and use and dispose it, which means you cannot keep it for long.
It doesn't last up to 6 months. It will start breaking because I feel that it doesn't have elastic. Once they relax like this, you hear, pa, it will break. I regretted buying those chairs because I wasted my money.
All these ones now when I bought, I know be saying a small money, the thing costs and no still get head. I don't even tire. As them take even break, I don't know. If like say whether na goes break themselves, I don't know. You go put water inside, the next day you go see say buckets don't get cracked. From there, don't they break, it don't finish. See this one too. You know still get head, everything don't spoil. I don't know what person go use again. No.
When last did you buy this?
This one self never even reach 3 months when I buy them. Never even reach 3 months when I buy them. We see this one to the same thing. Unlike before, we be say you go use buckets. Even if your generation children go come meet and you go they tell them say, "Na my mama give me this bucket too." But see what thing that they produce now. But then the Nigeria economy, I no understand. May our government help us.
Every day they claim things are going high, and people go for low qualities. There are a lot of things that are happening. There are lots of products that we have that are original before. Most people are going to do imitations to get low quality, and they sell it even on the high side. So I think it's the productions of this cost of production.
Habijit Sanjal is an industrialist. His company produces plastic chairs and tables. He attributed the poor quality of plastic products to non-availability of polypropylene.
The challenges of the plastic industry is not only peculiar to plastics, but it's basically what any manufacturing industry in Nigeria has to face. Starting from the challenges around infrastructure, which is road, ports, where we need a lot of improvement so that goods produced in Nigeria can have a free movement, not only within Nigeria, but outside Nigeria for our exports. The second challenge we face is the availability of locally produced raw material. Certain private investors have taken interest in those areas, and we are optimistic we will have the Dangote Petrochemicals producing plastic raw material will come on stream. We already have Indorama Petrochemical, but over a period of time in the last 40 years, the plastic industry in Nigeria has also grown many folds, and new applications have been established in Nigeria, finding wide market. So the raw material need has been on the increase right from the beginning, and today we have to mix and match our requirement through locally produced material and through imported material wherever the locally produced material is not fully available in terms of demand and supply.
Interestingly, most brands in the market are produced locally, and the Standards Organization of Nigeria is not happy with those who compromise on standards, all in a bid to maximize profits.
Manufacturers of plastic chairs should ensure that they comply with the requirements in the Nigerian Industrial Standard. Once they comply, the standards will have quality, safety, and durability, including stability. But when they manufacture and they add regrinds, these regrinds affect the quality of the plastic chairs. So when manufacturers add regrind, they go and add fillers and reinforcements. This lowers the impact value of these plastic chairs.
According to the agency's head of Chemtech Department, Tessie Ojomo, SON will continue to evolve measures to deal with violators and promote good standard practice in the industry.
The inspectors and the enforcement team are going around, visiting factories and picking samples and testing to ensure that these products meet requirements. Once the inspectors find out that these chairs don't meet requirements, the company will be sanctioned and very possibly closed down if it doesn't meet the requirement of the standard. So the chair manufacturers are advised to pick the standards. We have the standards in the SON library. It is NIS 799-2020. Go through and ensure they produce meeting these requirements. We are also planning to call a stakeholders meeting of all the chair manufacturers to tell us what are their challenges.
Our dependency on imports will remain unless and until some more manufacturers, petrochemical industries come in producing plastic raw material.
Plastic products are made from organic polymers.
This life-endangering product stores liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, a clean and efficient cooking gas used in many Nigerian homes. It's easy to use, environment-friendly, and cooks fast. My name is Alimot Osifo, and I'll be sharing 5 standard tips on LPG cylinder after responding to your messages.
Look behind me. All this one now wire. Where we seize from them. You know, see as them plenty there. Iron 9 they put inside. Maybe some people have saying their money for time and now they take build house. You can't use this kind of wire. I can't burn and down. What do you get again? So when we see people with this kind of thing, maybe that they tell us to, we will go catch them.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Boniface George from Nasarawa says, I bought some roofing sheets and barely 2 months after roofing, it's having holes. I have complained to the seller and was told nothing can be done. SON is sensitizing the roofing sheet sector to remove bad products. So give us details of this roofing sheets like brand name and seller's address. We will investigate and take necessary actions. Ibrahim Abubakar says, I actually love the way SON checkmates all activities across the country, particularly the products that comes out from company before it reaches the final consumer. Thank you, Ibrahim. Our MANCAP scheme, Mandatory Conformity Assessment Program, particularly regulates the quality and safety of products manufactured in Nigeria. It has been yielding positive results and we hope to do more. Edosa Macaulay says, what about drugs that are not certified by SON but have NAFDAC registration number? Can we buy them? Thank you. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has the responsibility of regulating the quality and safety of drugs. So it's safe to buy drugs that have been duly certified by NAFDAC. Indubisi from Imo says, I would like to help you people fight fake products. Good of you. If you see something unwholesome or people dealing on substandard products, please report to the nearest SON office. Aliyu Adamu says, with SON, we are 100% sure of quality products in Nigeria. Salute. Thank you so much, Adamu. But remember, it's not just about SON. We all have a role to play in fighting fake products in Nigeria. Now to 5 standard tips on LPG cylinder. Say no to fairly used. Buy brand new cylinders certified by SON from reputable stores. Be alert. LPG cylinder expires 15 years after manufacture date and should be replaced if defective. Always keep and transport your cylinders in an upright position and in a well-ventilated space. Turn off regulator and valve when not in use to prevent any gas leakage. When there is a gas leakage, open the windows and doors to disperse the gas and do not operate any electrical switches, appliance or equipment in the kitchen. There you have it, 5 standard tips on LPG cylinder. And that concludes this week's episode of your favorite public sensitization program, Standard and You. 0705-972-4455 is the number to send in your messages to with your full name and location. You can watch the program online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, hit the subscribe button, it's free. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Thanks and enjoy the rest of the week.
Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SOS.